Hey guys, we're here today using Jump Bluff because for some reason, despite going negative in our past 2 lives, I decided to use a Pokemon that is very unorthodox and see if I can get wins again. If you enjoy, of course, and you want to see some more, like and subscribe and answer the comment question of the day. What has been your favorite unorthodox Pokemon to use in Regulation C? This is probably the most unorthodox one I've actually used all format. I haven't cracked out any of the really fun teams yet. I have a few coming. There are some ones coming next week. Just keep an eye out for those. I guess unironically, the most unorthodox Pokemon I've used this format is probably Klefki or Quaquaval, and that was in the pre-format, so I don't even know if that counts. But let me know your guys' answers down below. With that said, we're taking on Chien-Pao, Dragonite, Great Tusk, Talonflame, Palafin, Fluttermane. So the way I see it, there's a couple of really good leads this team has, and neither of them are good for Jump Off, sadly. However, it's not a bad backseater here, because at the very least, we could go for, actually, Terra Water Jump Off. Ooh, Terra Water? Oh, that might not be terrible, because I don't really need Terra on any of my other mods. Yeah, that might work. Okay, I'm going to lead off with Torkoal and Jump Off here. I think it's actually not bad lead, and especially if I go for Terra Water and Jump Off, that could work. We're gonna definitely bring Fluttermane in the back, because I could probably Jetpack Torkoal into it, and then I'll go with Chien-Pao as final mon here. Mostly just because I think that Chien-Pao, if nothing else, could be decent for bringing the Dragonite if it doesn't Terra, and also just for being really good offensively speaking. King Gambit would have also done pretty good here for what it's worth, but I mostly just don't want to be as weak to Great Tusk, if nothing else, so we'll go with that. But good luck and fun to my opponent though, and let's see. So Talonflame, Great Tusk. Okay, this is fine. So this is actually kind of interesting. What I think I'm gonna do here. Ooh, okay. So I don't know if I actually want to go for the Terra on Jump Off now, because I might have an advantage not going for it here. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna go for. I kind of want to go for the Terra Flying. I can't lie. Terra Flying into Overheat could actually be really good here, and since I'll have the Chlorophyll boost anyway, I should still be faster than Great Tusk on the following turn. I could also just go for, I think I'm actually going to go for, So they might just Rock Slide anyway, so I'm actually not going to make that play. What I think I'm going to still do though is click Overheat into Great Tusk. And then I'm going to click, I'm going to click Sleep Powder here actually, into Great Tusk. That way then, I have the Sleep Powder, which can at the very least pop and get onto Great Tusk, hopefully. Perfect, we land. Okay, and we outpace. That's good. I'd be very concerned if we were fighting Scarf Great Tusk. Scarf Great Tusk could have put a lot of pressure on me with Rock Slide, but thankfully it is asleep. Perfect. We get a free Overheat this turn, which means that I can proceed to just go for the... Oh, we miss. Okay, that's a little unfortunate, but truthfully, the net positive from this is so much better. I will take that. We're going to go for Overheat here, and I'm going to go for Terra Water, and then I'm going to go for Sleep Powder into Talonflame now. The Sleep Powder into Talonflame should be really good. I can't lie. I think I would have genuinely rathered the Great Tusk not getting put to sleep, then I could phase out Torkoal, because bringing Fluttermane right now would have been amazing. But it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal. Talonflame will outpace me by a little bit, but I'm not as concerned with that. I'd rather put it to sleep, truthfully. Mostly just because of the fact that Talonflame will outpace me anyway, thanks to priority. And by putting Talonflame to sleep, that could be useful. It could taunt me this turn. I'd be fine with that, really, because it means that it's not clicking Brave Bird, which Brave Bird, even with my Terra Water, will still do a lot of damage. But it is the difference between being KO'd or not, so I am going to keep Jump Off alive, because I do think it unironically has a not terrible matchup here. Let's see. So Talonflame is going to go for Brave Bird. That's definitely the Jump Off. And yeah, it's a 3 KO. We would have actually taken that. What the fuck? Okay, well, it's still really good. We've hit 2 Sleep Powders right now, but can we hit our first Overheat of the day? We're already 0-1 on Overheat, but we're 2-0 on Sleep Powders, which is kind of insane to think about. Regardless though, I mean, when this hits, perfect, Overheat hits. Okay, perfect. We can bring in the Fluttermane here, and I'm just gonna go for Specs Gleam. Specs Gleam should do a ton of damage to both Pokemon here. And then I can go for a Tailwind this turn. Talonflame should be asleep for another turn, guaranteed. My Fluttermane will at the very least have a really good speed advantage here, thanks to the... Well, actually, Fluttermane will probably be the slowest one on the field, truthfully. But this should still be fine. Let's see. So, yep, we're going to boost our speed here. Actually, no, we guarantee outpace. What am I saying? Great Tusk is guarantee outpaced because it's not Scarfed. I'm still going to go for the Tailwind, though, because it will help with Talonflame next turn, because I can get off 2 Dazzling Gleams before I can get off another attack, which will be very much appreciated. Meanwhile, the Great Tusk will just completely die to this hit, because we know for a fact that if nothing else, Jump Bluff at least outpace Great Tusk and might even outpace Fluttermane. So now Fluttermane will outpace as well. Perfect. Okay. So Great Tusk is finished. That's huge. That's really huge, actually. And yeah, Talonflame takes nothing from this, but honestly, it's not a huge deal. Because I'm pretty sure the Leaf Storm plus Gleam... Well, actually, that might not KO. We know that their Great Tusk was Focus Sash, though, which means that most likely that their Chien-Pao is probably Life Orb. And Life Orb Chien-Pao isn't that scary either. I'm not too concerned with that. Let's see. So Great Tusk is gone. Talonflame has Tailwind. And what was the other move? I'm forgetting already. Okay, well, we're going to go for Dazzling Gleam here. And then I'm going to go for a... Sleep Powder into Dragonite just to put it to sleep. This Gleam, if nothing else, should do some pretty good damage. I'm not really too concerned with this. And then, let's see. So Tailwind and Brave Bird. Okay. This is definitely like a Terra Normal Dragonite. I'm almost certain this is a Terra Normal Dragonite. I'd be shocked if it's not just clicking Extreme Speed here into, most likely into my Jump Bluff. If it didn't click Iggy Speed into Jump Bluff, I'd be actually very surprised, to be completely honest. Yep, E-Speed, and that's definitely going to go into Jump Bluff here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Jump Bluff ends up dying, unfortunate, but it is what it is. The Specs Gleam should still do a substantial amount of damage, and I could probably just go for like an Ice Spinner. Well, yeah, probably like an Ice Spinner into a Protect next turn. And that should be more than enough to take out the Dragonite here. We got a strong hit into the Talonflame if nothing else. Brave Bird is going to go off though. We might be able to trade at least. Okay. So, at least Talonflame will die next turn. Opposing team's Tailwind petered out anyway, that's great. I kind of want to go into Torkoal, actually. Because I could just go for Dual Gleam here, and then go for, like, a Yawn, and then put Dragonite to sleep, which will be good. Since Dragonite can't go for E-Speed into the Flutter Mane, so I will at least get some good damage off into that. And if it's multi-scale, I'll even kill. I don't think it's multi-scale, truthfully, though. I think it took way too much, and it's probably Inner Focus. The Yawn should be, regardless, extremely appreciated here, though. The E-Speed will do a lot of damage, sure, but I'm not as concerned with that. E-Speed will go off. Yep, that's fine. Into Torkoal, and that does about half. Alright, well, this is fine, actually, because in the following turn, I can just go for Helping Hand boost with the E-Speed. If they have Chien-Pao as last month, it's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Talonflame has dropped, though, which is huge. That means they cannot get their Tailwind back up. And perfect, okay. So, I think... I'm not sure if I want to click Protect here, or if I don't really care about this, truthfully. I'm not sure if I want to go for Protect, though, or if I want to go for... They're going for Flutter Mane, okay. So their Flutter Mane should actually guarantee Underpace mine. So then, yeah, I'm just going to go for the Helping Hand boost. We're going to go for Dazzling Gleam, and we'll go for Helping Hand, because Helping Hand does guarantee out priority my opponent. So we'll at least be able to get as strong of a hit off as possible. Now, Flutter Mane might click Protect. Dragonite objectively, though, will die to this, so I'm fine either way. E-Speed is going to go off here, and that's going to be into the Torkoal. That means that they did not click Protect. And also, we know for a fact they are not Slashed Flutter Mane. We're probably going to do around like 60% if I had to guess. We have a Focus Sash Chien-Pao in the back, which should be more than enough for this. And yeah, so even if I have to trade the 1v1, I should actually guarantee win this, which is good. I was a little bit worried, I can't lie. That could have been rough, but thankfully they did not bring Chien-Pao. If they had Chien-Pao or Palafin, that might have been a loss. But thanks to the fact that they didn't have either, especially Chien-Pao, because my Chien-Pao matchup with my own Chien-Pao is not good. But this kind of worked out for the best. I think in hindsight, King Gambit might have been the better pick here, but didn't really make a difference, truthfully. But I think on paper, though, King Gambit would have been safer for this matchup over Chien-Pao. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll go for Ice Spinner here, just in case of my opponent clicking some sort of status option. Because Ice Spinner should KO guaranteed, and I'm not really in a do or die position. Yep. Okay, perfect. Game number 1 is done. Let's see you guys in game number 2, though. Peace out, guys. Moving on to game number 2. Oh, no, not my Nemesis, Sableye. I think it was Sableye Bundle. Sableye, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Amoonguss, Dragonite, Flutter Mane. Okay, so no Ruinmon is decent. At the very least, like, honestly, I don't even know if this team is really scared of Ruinmons. I don't know why I said that, as if it was something actually substantial. Truthfully, Chien-Pao not being here is the best thing for me. Most likely not a Terra Jump Bluff game. Mostly just because of the fact that I could probably just lead off with Torkoal Jump Bluff again, and I could maybe even just go for like a Leaf Storm in a bundle. Because if it's, let me actually check summary real quick. So I know the speed I would need to hit, 170, yeah, so we outpace. So yeah, if we see Booster Pop, I'm honestly just going to go for a Leaf Storm in a bundle and just kill it. Because it is so low spit F that should be fine. We'll go Flutter Mane in the back, and then I think last mon might be Tusk. I feel like Tusk is a really good matchup here late game. Like, all I need to do is kill Dragonite, which I think I can do. Dragonite could be a little bit scary, I can't lie. It's definitely between one of these two. Definitely between one of these two. I think I'm gonna go with Great Tusk. Mostly just because I can muscle past Dragonite anyway. It'll be a little bit rough, but I can kind of do the same thing I did last game with like the Torkoal plus Flutter Mane, and I think that should be fine. I might need to opt for Moonblast this time instead of Gleam, but I think that's a sacrifice I can make. Good luck and fun to my opponent. I'm anticipating some sort of Iron Hands bundle lead, truthfully, or maybe like bundle Flutter Mane. I'm fine either way. I'm really fine either way, actually, because essentially I can always just Leaf Storm the bundle if it is, assuming it's not Focus Sash. If it's Focus Sash, it's a bit concerning. Alright, they're going to lead off with Dragonite and Sableye. Dragonite, Sableye. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. Not a terrible lead. I'm going to proceed to go for a... I think I'm going to go for a Yawn into this, and I'm going to go for a... I think I'm just going to go for a Sleep Powder into Sableye. Mostly I'm going to Sleep Powder the Sableye because I'm worried about any sort of screen shenaniganry. It's probably just going to go for a screen this turn. I'm fine with that. Really fine with that. The Yawn into Dragonite I think will be more appreciated. I'm not going to Terra either mon. Ooh, they're Terra flying. Ooh, I could have Terra the jump. Alright, it's not a huge shield, not a huge shield, not a huge shield. I could have brought the Chien-Pao. The Chien-Pao is looking really fucking good here. Looking like the right choice here. Well, Sableye's put it to sleep at least. That still is objectively a net positive. Because Sableye could have been a really terrifying mon. Terra Blast flying. Ooh, that's definitely into the jump bluff. Oh no, they're going for Torkoal. Oh, they're worried about Eruption. Oh, I'm so glad for that. Because I can actually, what I can proceed to do here, I can go for a Protect on Torkoal. And then I can go for, I think I kind of want to go for a Tailwind here. I'm not really too concerned with Dragonite clicking Terra Blast, truthfully. If it clicks Terra Blast, so be it. I'm going to Overheat on the next turn into Sableye, for sure. Sableye is asleep, of course, that's fine. Really don't care about that. And then Tailwind goes off. Okay, perfect. So at least if nothing else, I'll have a speed advantage, at least going into stuff like Bundle later on. Which will be pretty beneficial, in my opinion. Terra Blast is going to go off into Jump Off. It's probably going to trade a KO, to be honest. I think I'm fine with that, though. Because what I can proceed to do... I'm going to bring in Great Tusk, actually. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Tusk. Dragonite's asleep now. Sableye has only had a turn of sleep under its belt. I'm going to go into Tusk. And then I'm going to Overheat plus Headlong Rush into the Sableye spot. And, I mean, I could go for Rock Slide too, actually. Rock Slide might be enough. I'm trying to think what would be more worth it. I think that Overheat and Rock Slide would actually be more worth it. Because their team is actually fairly rock weak. And I can actually switch in and sack Torkoal later on. If it means that I can get up a... Mostly just to go for the change in moveset. They're going to get a Reflect up. Okay, that's fine. So truthfully, going for the Rock Slide versus the Reflect isn't going to make a huge difference. Especially since I bring in Sableye next turn. Not Sableye, Flutter Mane next turn anyway. Now I will say, I don't know if Sableye runs it a lot in VGC. But it might be worth going for the Terra Fire on Great Tusk just to avoid a Will-O-Wisp. I don't think Sableye usually runs it, but at the same time, this is close sheet ladder. I don't really know what's going to be ran right here. And that could be a little bit scary. So we're going to bring in Flutter Mane though. And I think, since Dragonite is pretty weak and it is Terra Flying, I'm actually going to respect this a lot less and just go for Rock Blast plus the Dazzling Gleam here. That should do plenty of damage. We should be more than capable of taking out the Great Tusk. So we'll go for Dazzling Gleam, and I am going to go for the Terra Fire. This will also help with Terra Blast, which is good. Yeah, so that Sableye should also drop, because it is getting a speed boost. Flutter Mane is getting a speed boost, thankfully, so Flutter Mane will definitely take out the Sableye, which is huge, because that now means that I'm going to get a solo target Rock Slide, which is something I would not have been able to afford otherwise, so I'm more than content with that. Ooh, they're going to go for Disable. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, well, still not a huge deal. We can at least get some good damage off with this. Ooh, that means I need to pick a sack. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. And they're gonna get free Terra Blast off too. That Sableye might have screwed me over, actually. Okay, Terra Flying, and that kills Flutter Mane. Okay, so now I'm struggled. I've officially lost this game. I truly do hate Sableye. It might be one of my least favorite Pokemon to play against. It's so like low-key good, but it's so hard to guarantee a threat to. I should have just brought in the Flutter Mane, to be honest. But I thought that I would have been better off trying to take advantage of the no screens. That's on me. That's 100% my fault. Alright, well, they're gonna bring in the Torkoal here. They can objectively just fake out the Torkoal, truthfully. and then just kill the fucking Great Tusk. Because what do they actually fear doing that play? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. For a second I thought that, okay, well, that at the very least caused a visual issue there. I don't know why they faked out the Great Tusk. Oh, you know what? Oh, they must not realize I'm choiced. Alright, well, I thought they made that play because they thought I was choiced. Well, that's a whole different situation now. I mean, they still take, like, nothing from this. Like, they can't beat their team with Overheat. I'm pretty sure we're defensive Torkoal, and now I've lost the Sun anyway. Which means that not only is my struggle going to be weaker, I'm also going to be now... well, okay, it won't matter for Tusk because I'm Scarf Struggle. But, yeah, no, this is... It's not good. It's just not good at all. Yeah. I should have just forfeited, to be completely honest. But I think they just KO me this turn with both attacks. In fact, I died to struggle, so they kind of have to just kill me with... kill me into the Torkoal spot. So, very unfortunate. But you know what? I'll take 1-1. Honestly, my opponent just played that game better than I did. Sableye is one of those mons that really does reward just high-level play, and my opponent played really well. So, we'll try and get a win in game number 3. I have faith that we can go 2-1 at the very least. The team is running a little long, so we might not get a game number 4 in, but if we do get a game number 4 in, great. We're not doing a builder today, so that's a pretty likely option. Regardless, I'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys. Alright, we're into game number 3 now. We're taking on a team consisting of Palafin, Chien-Pao, Dragapult, Iron Thorns, Arcanine, and Amoonguss. So this essentially looks like the team that I believe won Fort Wayne was the regional. I always, for some reason, I keep calling it Knoxville, but it is Fort Wayne. And it just has an Iron Thorns on it, which is pretty cool. As far as my lead goes, Palafin might actually not be a bad match for this. Like again, weirdly enough, I think I just need to kind of commit to tearing this most likely, unless if Chien-Pao doesn't lead. Which I'm pretty certain that Chien-Pao is going to lead with one of Palafin or Dragapult. My play is definitely to go for Tailwind and then eject back out. And I think it's my safest lead. We're definitely going to bring... I think we're definitely going to bring Great Tusk this game. Because Great Tusk literally just clicks Headlong Rush a million times. Palafin is genuinely the only concern there. I guess I could have brought King Gambit for Palafin, or like Chien-Pao for Palafin. But at the same time, I can most likely just beat it with Leaf Storm. And with the Terra Water, well... Okay, either way, technically, I beat Palafin with Jump Off. At least I'm pretty sure I can. But if nothing else, at the very least, I can also then pressure it next to Chien-Pao, which is pretty cool. Arcanine and Palafin. Okay, Arcanine and Palafin is still not that bad. It's actually a lot better of a lead for me, truthfully. What I can essentially do, I'm going to go for an... Well, so I'm going to definitely go for like an Overheat into the Palafin spot. Because whether Palafin stays in or not, getting damage on that is going to be pretty good. Oh, right, the jetpack already pops. Okay, well, this is even better. This is actually so much better. Because now what I could do, I could bring in the Flutter Mane here. And because of the Sun Up as well, I take less damage from the Palafin, so it's even worse here. But I could just start going for Moonblasts into that spot. Because their only Fairy Resist is Amoonguss. And if they have Amoonguss anyway, then I'm not doing a lot of damage. I could just go for Shadow Ball. Their only Shadow Ball resist is Chien-Pao, and I outpace that guaranteed. And I haven't popped the Terra yet because I don't have to. I mean, I'm actually going to pop a Terra Water because I kind of have to for Arcanine. We'll go for Sleep Powder here just because I don't need the Tailwind just yet. They're going to switch out, so be it. And what's going to come in here? It's Iron Thorns. Okay, Iron Thorns coming in is fine. I'm really not concerned with Iron Thorns coming in. This is just going to take a lot of unnecessary damage. And on the following turn, I could probably just... Well, no, so they're probably Terra Bug Iron Thorns if I had to guess. I can't really imagine they're not Terra Bug. Like, I feel like any other set would be bad. Alright, well, let me add on the Quark Drive, and then I can add on to Palafin. 0 to hero. Okay, perfect. So Arcanine is now asleep. That's huge. Still think that it was my best play to go for this Terra. Because despite the fact that Arcanine is asleep now and it's not threatening me with Flare Blitz, it can wake up at any turn and Flare Blitz me, and that does a lot. Perfect. Okay. So we just Shadow Ball and kill the Iron Thorns here. So I'm not at all concerned. We'll go for the Shadow Ball here. Because in case they go for like a Terra Bug, that's fine. And then I'll go for Tailwind's turn. If they're for some reason like Terra Dark, not much I could really do. But I'm not going to play my game plan around a Terra that they might not have when every other Terra pretty much beats it. The Tailwind here, by the way, is just in case the Sun runs out, I can still outpace Chien-Pao guaranteed. Which would be good because Sun will run out beforehand. It's also great for Great Tusk because that way then I can outpace. Just in case they have like any random Scarf on their team. I know I'm most likely not going to need it, but it is still useful for certain scenarios. Heat Wave's going to go off. Okay, Heat Wave is fine. It doesn't really do a lot. Truthfully, I'm actually much more happy that they have Heat Wave over like a Flare Blitz or something. Okay. So they burn Fluttermane. Okay, so, I mean, realistically, it's not going to matter a lot. Fluttermane was probably going to die to Palafin anyway at this point. But it's not a huge concern. I'm actually really not concerned with this at all, because if they bring in Palafin, I can just proceed to go for, like, a Leaf Storm into that spot. Chien-Pao. Okay, so their last monster Chien-Pao. That means no Dragapult. That means no Amoonguss. That's really huge. Okay. So, we can delete Iron Thorns. We can delete Amoonguss. We can delete Dragapult. Okay. We know that Arcanine is Heat Wave. That's good to know. I'm actually going to switch out Fluttermane. Actually, am I? No, I don't really care. I'm just going to go... Alright, I have to click Shadow Ball. Okay, well, I'm going to go for Shadow Ball into Arcanine then. And I'm going to proceed to go for a Leaf Storm. Am I? No, I'm going to go for a Sleep Powder into Chien. No, I don't really care. I don't really care about what Chien-Pao could do. I'm just going to go for a Leaf Storm here. Because even if I have to bring in on the following turn my Great Tusk and my Torkoal, I think I'm okay with that. I'm curious about their Terra type here. They're probably going to go for, like, the Terra Ice. Okay, so they're just boosting their Ice attacks. Not really too concerned with this, in all honesty. If anything, they're just giving up Ghost Resist, so I feel like, again, that was kind of a bad play. E-Speed. Okay. Still does, like, nothing. Odd. I'm curious if they can even KO me, like, into my Jump Bluff. Because I feel like, again, the Jump Bluff is a scarier thing here. Alright. So, they're Life Orb. I wonder if this will just KO. That doesn't KO. But that does a lot. That does a lot of damage objectively, which is huge. I think I'm okay with that. We'll go into Tusk and we'll just go for Earthquake. Earthquake and Tusk should do a ton of damage. I think we could just KO both monsters, truthfully. I will go for the E-Speed. Not the E-Speed. The Encore into Arcanine. To lock it into E-Speed. I would much rather take E-Speed damage than take a Will-O-Wisp, truthfully. So that's what we'll go for here. This Encore, I think, will be much appreciated, personally. And killing that Chien-Pao here will be fine. If it goes for Sucker Punch, so be it. But I know for a fact I KO that Chien-Pao. They're going to go into Palafin. Alright, I'm also fine with that. I can just go for a Sleep Powder on that in the following turn. Now with the attack boost and the Earthquake damage, I think I can at least 2-hit KO the Palafin. I'd be kind of shocked if I didn't. Encore, perfect, okay. So we're going to take an E-Speed, but I'm pretty not concerned with that, truthfully. Earthquake will go off here. Okay, yep, I'm perfect. Nearly KOs the Arcanine. The Palafin is, yep, 2-hit KO. That's perfectly okay. Okay. And, yeah, I think Earthquake next turn should just... Yeah, perfect. So this is doing nothing. So Arcanine is going to pop a Leftovers. Is it really Leftovers Arcanine? I mean, I'm fine with that. So, sadly, I think that Sun does die next turn, which is a little unfortunate. Because that might be my opponent's win con here, is going for the Sun running out. How many turns of Sun do we have? We have 1 turn of Sun. Damn. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for Earthquake anyway, and I'm gonna go for a Yawn into the... I think I'm actually just gonna go for an Overheat into the Arcanine spot. Just in case. Okay, yeah, they're gonna go for E-Speed. They're gonna sack. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really need to actually click anything besides, so the biggest reason, by the way, I do have to mention, the reason why I didn't click, Helping Hand there, because I knew my Palafin died, like, I knew the Palafin died if they didn't click Protect. This leads me to believe they were probably Choice Palafin and going for Wave Crash. The reason I clicked Overheat specifically, Yawn would have been a good play too, very acceptable play, but I went for Overheat mostly for the fact that I wanted to make sure I did not boost my Great Tusk's damage here. Because Great Tusk, if that was boosted, could have been very much able to kill my Torkoal, and that would have given my opponent an out, technically speaking. It's really only an out if they don't die to Earthquake here. If they die to Earthquake anyway, then that's fine. I'll go for a Protect on Torkoal just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Protect on Torkoal just in case. This essentially just gives me a slot for them to target into, which I'm more than okay with that, truthfully. I could actually have gone for Helping Hand. That probably would have been my better play. For going forward on this turn, but it should be fine. I'm assuming that I'll KO. If I don't, then that's just a player diff moment. Perfect. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I was gonna say, if for what it's worth, that was a bad play going for Protect. I should have objectively just went for the Helping Hand, just to ensure that I KO'd. But I mean, it's a fucking Great Tusk. It wasn't gonna not KO anyway. But it was still sloppy nonetheless, because I don't need to preserve Torkoal at that point. Anyway, we do have time for one more match, so we're gonna get our last game of the day in. We'll see you guys then. Peace out. Okay, for final team of the day, we're taking on Dragonite, Great Tusk, Gyarados, Tyranitar, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. Okay, so as far as my lead goes, this one could be a bit interesting. I think they're going to probably lead off with... So if I was my opponent, I would bring Tyranitar in the back for certain. I'm not actually huge on the jump left lead here. I think that I gain a lot more mileage just going with like Flutter Mane. And then I kind of like Flutter Mane Torkoal. And then having the option to go into Great Tusk in the back. And then I think that the final mon will probably be, I kind of like Gambit as a final mon. I'm not really huge on Chien-Pao's matchup. It's not bad, but the Dragonite is very blatantly Terra normal. And on top of that as well, stuff like Great Tusk is probably Focus Sash, and I can Massacre that anyway with my other Pokemon. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm gonna actually bench Torkoal. I kind of like this lead a lot better, and just going with no Sun. Because I think Veil over Prep for Sun. Let's see. Is this what I'm happy with? Not really sure. So I would love to clear the sand and Tyranitar truthfully, but I think it'll do that job itself anyway. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's gonna be my best play. Because the team doesn't need the Sun to function. I think that the jump off has been very helpful in the past 3 games. But I do think that there's a lot of situations where this lead could actually go south very quickly. For example, if they lit off with like Chien-Pao Dragonite and then double out Dragonite into Tyranitar, I could probably just lose my jump off like immediately. Now Tailwind is still very appreciated against this team, but at the same time, I think I just keep speed advantage anyway. Or at the very least, I have better priority options. So they do go with Gyarados in lead. I did expect Gyarados. And they most likely will have Tyranitar in the back. If they have Tyranitar in the back, I'm content with this. If they didn't bring Tyranitar at all, though, I'm actually very annoyed with my play. Their booster speed, good to know. Oh, their special attack, never mind. So that means they're guaranteed modest. Okay. So respects Flutter Mane. I might Terra Flutter Mane immediately, or I might Terra Tusk. Let's see. So, you know, actually, I'm not even gonna count that because I know what my play is objectively. My play is always to go for a Rock Slide here, and then to go for a Dazzling Gleam. I don't really need to Terra either Mon, but yeah, that's always my play because actually the fastest Mon of the field should be my Great Tusk. My Great Tusk should actually always be the fastest thing here. Now they are gonna Terra. That's fine. It's gonna be one of Flutter Mane or Gyarados here. It's gonna be Flutter Mane. Just don't be Terra Steel. Terra Fairy. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So they die. They like guarantee die because this Specs Gleam should do about half, and the Great Tusk should still also do about half. Gyarados goes for Protect. Okay, truthfully, that's probably the best thing that could have been clicked there. Okay. Let's see. So, Intimidate Gyarados. And then perfect. Flutter Mane, yeah, should take about... Oh my god, that did nothing. What the fuck? Oh no, I might have been a misplay. I should have just went for Headlong. How bulky is that thing? That thing is like a very bulky... Oh, thank god. Oh my god, we got bailed. We got bailed out so quickly by that. That could have been very bad for us. Objectively speaking, that could have been like game losing depending on what they clicked there. Oh fuck. I should have Headlong Rushed. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if Headlong Rush would have killed. I think this might just be a very bulky Flutter Mane. No, I'm gonna assume it would have killed. They're gonna go for Protect anyway, that's fine. Gyarados can still get flinched. Gyarados will still probably take a lot more from this Rock Slide, thankfully. I'm gonna assume this at least takes like 25%. I'd be genuinely shocked if a super effective Rock Slide didn't. Oh, there's only just 20. I mean, for what it's worth, I know that Gyarados can invest very bulky for these sort of hits, so maybe it just is a very bulky Gyarados. I do think, though, that Gyarados probably will not KO either of my mons. We flinched that as well. Well, I can't lie. Definitely getting a bit lucky here, to say the least. In fact, I think that both those flinches means that I can KO both these Pokemon. And I don't need to really make any predictions here. If I was my opponent, truthfully, I wouldn't fault them for forfeiting. This has been a very not good game for my opponent. They're going to go for a Helping Hand. That's fine, because they get outpaced, and they actually guarantee drop the Gleam. Like, the Rock Slide won't even matter. We actually did dodge the Gyarados. That might have been the more important one to hit, truthfully, but they clicked Helping Hand. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Long term, it was more important to hit Gyarados, but short term, it didn't matter because they clicked Helping Hand. Flutter Mane did die, though. Again, very sorry to my opponent. This was just not fair. On the bright side, though, this helps my chances of winning a lot. They burn their Terra as well on Flutter Mane, which leads me to believe they're not going to Terra Dragonite, which is huge. They go into Great Tusk. Okay, Great Tusk is fine, actually, because Great Tusk should just drop to a Dazzling Gleam here. And I'll have Rock Slide as well, just to break a Focus Sash. As long as I hit the Great Tusk this turn, I'm actually fine with that. They're going to go for Helping Hand. I'm curious if they're also Scarf Great Tusk. If they're also Scarf Great Tusk, it's actually really good for them. If not, though, then I'm fine with this. Perfect. So we did break our Focus Sash. That's perfect. And we're going to get a single target Gleam as well. So in case there was any doubt for whatever reason, like maybe this is some really bulky AV set, then we're gonna just guarantee kill. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, very, very uncompetitive game for my opponent, I can't lie. But yes, this is a game that happened. I'll take going 3-1. They did have Tyranitar in the back. Okay, so I feel fine with my lead, actually. Now, just to be safe, I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here, and I'm going to switch out just to get up a guaranteed chance of winning. We'll go into King Gambit here. Battle was canceled. Okay, yeah, again, don't even fault my opponent for that. That was objectively there. I'm so sorry to my opponent. We'll take 3-1 though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did and you want to use some jump up yourself, the promo code will be down below. It's hosted by someone named Santino on Twitter, so make sure to check them out. I'm gonna link their stuff as well. And if you enjoyed and you want to see some more content like this, like and subscribe. Shout out to our channel members being Josh K Ultra Player, Mia, Zeke Zero, Matt O'Shea, Bbat, Anna DePer, Timo Mueller, and Fonzie. Your guys' support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and if you want to become a channel member today, it's only a couple dollars a month. We're going to have our next laddering vid most likely on the following week's Friday, because tomorrow I got to spend editing the interview that I've been trying to put off for so long because it's been so hard to edit. But that will hopefully be going up tomorrow. We'll see you guys later though. Peace out, guys.